Welcome, my creatures of the night, to another episode of the Gothic Witch's Kitchen. Today, we will be making a delightful little cookie, one that is a favorite of friends, relatives, and neighbors throughout the holiday season. It's called thumbprint cookies. But don't worry, if you've been a naughty little witch and you don't want your fingerprints getting out there, I'll show you how to cheat. Join me. Now, this recipe is super easy. It'll taste like you slaved away all day. But in actuality, it only takes a moment. The best part is you get to split it up because the dough has to chill after you make it. So you have time to sit back and read Witches Weekly and watch all of your evil soap operas if you want to. Let's get started. What I'm going to do is put in 2 sticks of room temperature butter. 1. Then we're going to use 3 ounces of cream cheese. Now these come in an 8-ounce brick, and the ounces are clearly marked. Right here we have 1, 2, and 3. And the rest of it will go on crackers with a little bit of toad. These are the kind of cookies that when you make them, Santa will be extra nice and bring you some Eye of Newt in your stocking. Because everybody loves them. Okay, now, before I cream these together, we're going to separate an egg. Now the trick to separating an egg is to make sure the egg is cold. Usually when we bake here in my kitchen, we make sure the eggs are room temperature because they mix nicer. But if you want to separate an egg, it must be cold. I already have a white from making a batch yesterday. Now, let me make sure that you can see this. This is how you separate an egg. Crack it. Open it up. Let it run through back and forth until the white has left the yolk. No white, only yolk. That is a beautifully separated egg. We'll set that aside. Now, everybody knows how to stir, so let's get stirring. We're going to stir together the butter and the cream cheese, and then we're going to add our sugar. It's going to take 1 cup of sugar. And I measured it last night, and that's exactly what I have, which needs to go shopping. Such an easy dough, and it smells delightful when you're making it. Now, to that, we're going to add our egg yolk and our vanilla. Now, I will admit, I know that my funny bone is a little broken today. I don't feel very funny at all. But these are serious cookies. Very serious. The flavor is very serious, even though they're so simple to do. I don't know why I'm going, that's disgusting. That's raw egg. Make sure it all gets in there. And a teaspoon of vanilla. Who the hell's counting? Not me. I'm going to scrape down the sides and make sure all of this is in here. This has to be very well incorporated. And sometimes, as usual, egg does like to hide on the bottom. I don't know why. It gets on my nerves. It's such a rebellious ingredient. Oh my goodness. At least today there's no knives. Okay, into this, we're going to add our flour. We're going to use 2.5 cups of flour. 1! Shake it, 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 shake it. Hope you like this. I hope you like this. Oh. And we'll mix that 1 cup in by itself first. Start off slow, you don't want the shit all over your kitchen. When it starts groaning like an old lady in the morning, or like I sound every freaking day when I get up, then it's time to get your next thing of flour. Fuck it, I'm gonna add my other half. Which ain't got time to sit around for nothing. Of course, you could always sift some in, let the rest of it sit. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Dear Krampus, I've been a good witch. I want a KitchenAid stand mixer for Christmas. I promise you can go after all the neighborhood children. Just bring me my mixer. Who cares about the children? I don't care about the children. I don't care about them at all. I know how to get on Krampus's good side. Yes. Now we'll sift the rest of it in. Always sift your dry ingredients because lumps suck. Oh, the struggle is real! I'm flinging dough into my hair! Poor mixer. You've done your best. And this is a KitchenAid mixer. It's been very faithful to me. But I need one that's powerful. Because who doesn't like power? Power! But I digress. Well. Hold on, Monk. Now we're going to clean the batters off. The beaters, what the fuck ever. Just make sure you get all the shit off because it's good. Hold on, Snoo. Snoo is her nickname, don't ask why. Get all that goodness off. Hold on. but almost done, okay? Almost done. So what we're going to do is we're going to scrape the sides, make sure all of this is together real nice. And we're going to cover this with plastic wrap and let it chill for an hour. You do not want to skip chilling on this because we have to form it into balls. Assuming you know how to cover things with plastic wrap. I hate plastic wrap. So, into the fridge this goes for an hour, and we'll be back. Now that we're back from our little break, it's time to make this delightful dough into some tender, delicious cookies. The first thing we're going to do is turn on our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Damn, that was easy. Okay. And my dog is looking at me like I'm a fool, yes. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a little pinch. Make sure you've washed your hands, of course. Gonna roll it into a little ball. Not like that. You can make it a little bit bigger than that. Add a little bit more. Put it on the parchment. Let me make sure that you can see this. When you think, how do I make them the right size? You'll get a feel for what the right size is while you're rolling them. I can tell if one of them's got, when I'm rolling it, I can tell if one of them's going to be bigger than the rest. So I just take a little pinch off. As long as they're relatively, like these two are just a hair bigger than that one. As long as they're relatively the same size, it'll be okay. I like rolling them. It's like when I make my little puppets for sticking pins in, and I roll the head before I crush them. Rolling them like heads. This is too much. Roll, 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 roll. After I roll this one pan, I will skip ahead and we'll go to the next step. To spare you from watching me rolling three pans of cookies. Now, I promised you that I would show you how to cheat and keep your fingerprints from getting out there so you do not get in trouble. Plus, really, who wants somebody to dig their thumb and their thumbnail down into their cookie? Not many people. Okay, this is my cheating tool. This is a 1/4 of a teaspoon measuring spoon. Look at that beautiful shape. So, I'm going to dip the back, just dip it in powdered sugar so that it does not stick. Press down, it makes the indention. And don't worry about, oh no, you're re-dipping into the powdered sugar. All you're getting on this is powdered sugar. There's no oils or greases or anything going back in there. I've done this a million times. I've never contaminated my powdered sugar. But if you don't do this step, it will make an awful sticky mess. Press down deep enough so that you have somewhere for the jam to go. I will finish the rest of these. These are not a spreadable cookie, so you can put them fairly close together. They will spread a tiny bit, but not much. This is the first pan I'm going to cook, so I'll show you a trick. The fantastic thing about using the quarter of the teaspoon to make the indentions is this is the perfect amount to fill in with your guts, your jelly. I use apricot preserves for most of my cookies. I'm going to try a few with strawberry for the first time today, but mostly it's the apricot. Just fill it up, and it's the perfect amount. Every once in a while when these cook, you will have a rogue cookie where the jelly will reach out the sides, but for the most part, it stays put. If you've made your indentions deep enough. Sometimes I don't make mine deep enough, or sometimes I put a little too much jelly, but it's good. It's messy. You get to stick your finger in it, and it's gooey. It's gooey like guts. It reminds me of toad spawn that I use in one of my favorite home recipes. But I only share that recipe with fellow witches and my family because it is a carefully guarded recipe. Toad spawn. Okay, now that I've got one done, I'm going to fill up the rest of them, and I'm going to pop this one into the oven. Go ahead and put this one into the oven. I usually bake one pan by itself and then put the two smaller pans in together. Normally 16 minutes. My oven's a little bit off sometimes, so sometimes it takes up to 18 minutes. Just wait until you can barely see a hint of gold on the bottom. You do not want them overcooked. And we'll be back. The timer has gone off. It's time to see these beautiful delights. They do not look on the top like they are cooked, but if you look on the very edge, you can see the slightest bit of brown. They are perfection. Perfection. And these are my first ones doing with strawberry. They look like bloody eyeballs. As tempting as it is to eat a cookie before it cools, you must let it, or the skin will melt off the top of your mouth like Hades invaded it, and you don't want that. When they're cool enough, the jelly is touchable without running. You just got lucky. Delightful goodness. And a very, very happy monkey. The happy monkey. Happy monkey. You got lucky. Thank you for joining us on another episode of the Gothic Witch's Kitchen. I do hope that you try these delightful gooey filled cookies. The gooiness alone is worth the effort. And it doesn't take much. They're very simple, very quick, and oh, so sinful. Please give me a thumbs up, If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I make a new Gothic episode every Monday. We will soon be having Poet's Corner on Friday with tales of Edgar Allan Poe, the most delightfully twisted mind ever. He was a delightful man. Share it with your friends if you have fun. Help get Gothic Kitchen out there. Go, get in your kitchen and cook something up like all good witches do. Have a good day. Welcome, my ladies of the night. That makes you sound like a freaking prostitute. That ain't right. My nose is running. Fuck. I don't feel good today. I think I have a snoo that's asking to go outside. You just came in from a tinkle and you have to go outside again? Did you just put your foot on the counter? That's a naughty little monkey. That's a naughty little monkey. Oh. If you fight with this shit like I do, god damn, this stuff is such a pain. Jesus Christ, I want to choke whoever fucking made this shit. It only sticks to itself. God damn it. I swear to God, fucking plastic wrap and fitted sheets are works of the devil if there was one. If there was a devil, this was his fucking invention. Ugh. And it only sticks to itself. It don't stick to nothing else. God! Oh! Stuff is a son of a bitch. I swear. What are you doing, Snoo? What you doing? Hi! Did you come in here to see your mother? Hi! Did you come see your mommy, Wiggly? Oh, those were good kisses. And you sneezed on my face. She sneezed on mommy. She sneezed on her mother. Come here, honey.